They stand tall and silent until they don't. One moment, calm, the next, fire, smoke, and ash fill the sky. This is the raw power of volcanoes. Ancient, alive, and always watching from the Earth's deep heart. But what really is a volcano? Why does the ground suddenly crack open and spill fire? Let's take a journey into the Earth's fiery secrets, where mountains breathe and the planet tells its oldest stories through lava. A volcano is a special kind of mountain. It is not made like other mountains. It is made by melted rock from deep under the earth. This melted rock is called magma. When magma comes out of the volcano, we call it lava. Lava is very hot, hot enough to melt almost anything. Volcanoes happen because the Earth's surface is not in one piece. The land is broken into large parts called tectonic plates. These plates float slowly on soft rock. Sometimes they move away from each other. Sometimes they crash into each other. And sometimes one plate slides under another. When this happens, magma from inside the earth can rise up. If there is a weak spot, the magma breaks through. This is how a volcano is born. Volcanoes come in many shapes and sizes. Some are tall and pointed like a cone. Others are wide and flat like a shield. Some are just cracks in the ground where lava comes out. Some volcanoes are deep under the ocean where we cannot see them. There are even volcanoes that make new islands in the sea. Most volcanoes are found in a place called the Ring of Fire. This is a big circle around the Pacific Ocean. Countries like Japan, Indonesia, the Philippines, and parts of North and South America are in the Ring of Fire. This area has many earthquakes and many volcanoes because the tectonic plates move a lot there. When a volcano erupts, it can do many things. Sometimes lava flows slowly down the mountain. It can move like a river of fire. Sometimes the eruption is big and fast. It can throw ash, gas, and rocks high into the sky. Thick clouds can cover the sun. The air becomes hard to breathe. The land turns dark. In strong eruptions, parts of the volcano can even explode. One of the most dangerous things from a volcano is not lava. It is something called a pyroclastic flow. This is a cloud of hot gas, ash, and rock that moves very fast down the side of the volcano. It is like a storm of fire. It can burn everything in its way. Another danger is a lahar. This is a muddy flow made from ash and water. It moves like wet cement and can bury houses, trees, and people. Volcanoes can also send ash high into the air. The ash can travel far, hundreds or even thousands of kilometers. It can fall on cities, block roads, damage engines, and make it hard to see or breathe. Some volcanoes are so powerful that they can change the weather. When Mount Tambora erupted in 1815, it made the whole world cooler. That year is remembered as the year without a summer. Even with all this danger, volcanoes can also help life. The ash from eruptions makes the soil rich. Crops grow better in this soil. That is why people live near volcanoes, even when they know the risks. Volcanoes also give us hot springs and geysers. They give us geothermal energy, which means using heat from inside the earth to make electricity. This kind of energy is clean and does not pollute the air. Volcanoes also create new land. Under the ocean, volcanoes build underwater mountains. Sometimes these mountains grow tall enough to become islands. That is how places like Hawaii and Iceland were formed. Some underwater volcanoes are still active today, making new land slowly, bit by bit. Volcanoes are not only on Earth. We have found volcanoes on other planets too. On Mars, there is a volcano called Olympus Mons. It is the tallest volcano in the solar system. It is much taller than Mount Everest. On Jupiter's moon, Volcanoes erupt often and throw out strange colored lava. These show us that volcanoes are not just part of our planet. They are part of the universe. People have known about volcanoes for a long time. In ancient times, they did not know about magma or tectonic plates. So, they made stories to explain volcanoes. In Hawaii, people believe a fire goddess named Pele lives in the volcano. In Italy, people once thought the god Vulcan lived inside Mount Etna. When the mountain erupted, they believed Vulcan was angry. Even today, some people still believe in mountain spirits. Today, scientists study volcanoes to understand them better. These scientists are called volcanologists. They use tools to watch volcanoes closely. They look at gas, temperature, and small earthquakes. They also use satellites and drones to check if the land is changing. If a volcano starts acting strange, scientists can give warnings. This helps people leave before an eruption happens. Early warnings have saved many lives. But volcanoes are still hard to predict. Some sleep for hundreds of years, then suddenly wake up. Others rumble and smoke for a long time but never erupt. Some look quiet but have pressure building inside. That's why volcanologists must always watch and study. Even when nothing seems wrong, there are different kinds of volcanoes. An active volcano can erupt at any time. A dormant volcano has not erupted in a long time but might erupt again. An extinct volcano is not likely to erupt ever again. Some volcanoes, like Mount Vesuvius in Italy or Popocatépetl in Mexico, are close to large cities. If they erupt, many people could be in danger. There are also very big volcanoes called supervolcanoes. These do not erupt often, but when they do, the eruption is huge. Yellowstone in the United States is a supervolcano. It last erupted thousands of years ago. If it erupts again, it could affect the whole planet. But for now, it is sleeping. Even when volcanoes aren't erupting, they remind us that the Earth is always moving. Plates shift, magma rises, and the planet is constantly changing. Volcanoes destroy, but they also create, revealing the fire and mystery beneath our feet. And that was the story of volcanoes. Not just a glimpse, but a deep dive into their power, mystery, and beauty. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Nature's Diary for more amazing stories of our world. See you next time.